here to present the wine. Hi, Trudy. Come over here. How are you?
I thought I'd bring
What have
you
you got here?
a special label for your show.
This is gorgeous.
I like your shirt.
Oh yes, of course. It's a Gray Monk shirt, and I don't know if you can see this at home, but it says, why don't you read it?
Life is too short to drink bad wine.
Well, I will say that thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Life is too short to drink bad wine, and I see this is a Pinot Gris, a 1990 Pinot Gris.
We thought that would complement the chef's oyster stew very well.
And look at this. Look at this label. This is absolutely fantastic. Oh man, that's great. So, listen, why don't we try this? And, Trudy, girls first. Where's George, by the way? The other half.
George had to stay at home and put some bins in the vineyard because we're picking tomorrow morning.
Well, it's getting a bit chilly out, and so you wanted to make sure that you harvested the grapes before it gets too cold.
Yes.
Thank you.
The weather department was scaring us a little bit, but we are going to have a very late Ehrenfelser that we'll be picking tomorrow morning.
Oh, Ehrenfelser too. That's another one of
Yes.
my favorite wines. There's the wine, the label, and it has a beautiful blush to it, just a little pink, because that's the color of the grapes. The grapes
Yes.
are actually dusty pink and gray in color.
Because of the Pinot Noir parent, in very hot years, you'll get more of a pinky tinge to it.
Now, we also have a special treat. We have a short production. It's about 7 minutes long, and it's a year in the life of Gray Monk Winery.
Yes.
And we're gonna see that. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this piece?
Well, we felt that it would be kind of nice to show people what we do all year, because most people think this is the fun part, and this is all we do is taste the wines and enjoy it with some good food. We've decided to make a short little video of what happens in our vineyards and in the winery all year round.
Well, I think I couldn't set that up any better. Let's take a look at this short piece on Gray Monk Winery.
Latitude 50. This northern fruit belt runs from the Rhine Valley in Germany through the Champagne region of France to Canada's Okanagan Valley. From this latitude is produced some of the world's coolest white wines. And at precisely latitude 50 stands one of British Columbia's oldest and most renowned estate wineries, Gray Monk Cellars. Gray Monk continues the great tradition of European winemasters with quality and consistency in a wide range of varietal wines. Grapes grown at Gray Monk come from vines that originate in Europe and now thrive under Okanagan Valley growing conditions. Gray Monk Cellars is situated among the vines on 23 acres of land overlooking beautiful Okanagan Lake, a spot that offers all of the proper soil conditions and microclimate that is necessary to produce the finest of grape varieties and wines. Gray Monk Cellars is a family-owned and operated estate winery. Being an estate winery means they are not only winemakers, they are grape growers as well. From winter through spring, summer, and fall, they are not only working in the winery, they are also in the vineyard, cultivating many varieties of grapes to ensure the integrity and quality of the final wine. To ensure the highest quality wine, the grapes must be harvested at precisely the right time. As harvest approaches, the winemaker tests the grapes for quality, and once the grapes reach their optimum quality, harvest can begin. The grapes are hand-picked beginning near the end of September. Harvest usually lasts about 3 weeks. The grapes are transferred to bins and then transported to the crush area, where they are dumped into the hopper and mechanically destemmed and crushed. The mash is then held in a tank for a short time before pressing. The press gently squeezes juice from the grapes. The juice is pumped to the tanks located in the cellar, where the fermentation takes place. This process takes approximately 14 days. Once fermentation is completed, the wine is racked and moved to a tank where it will age for a period of time, depending on the variety. During this time, extensive tests on wine quality are carried out by the winemaker. Back in the vineyard, the vines need tending. They are pruned and tied to prepare for the new growing season. The winemaker decides when it is time for the wine to go into the bottle. When the wine is ready, activity shifts from the vineyard to the winery's bottling room. Empty bottles are brought up from the cellar in cases with the name and the vintage of the wine stamped on it. The bottles are placed on the conveyor and inspected before filling. The wine is piped to the filler, and the filler averages about 2,000 bottles an hour. The bottles are then put through the automatic corker. The bottles pass through a heat tunnel where the heat shrinks the caps tightly onto the bottle. The next stage brings us to the labeler. Here is where the body label and neck bands are applied. The bottles are checked and then packed into cases and returned to the cellar. Out in the vineyard, the new spring leaves are coming out, and the little grape clusters are beginning to form. Throughout the spring and summer, they grow and mature under the hot Okanagan sun. Back in the winery, the long-maturing, later varieties are bottled through the late summer. Throughout the summer and all year round, the wine shop at Gray Monk is busy with visitors who have come to tour, taste, and to purchase some of the many varieties of Gray Monk Cellars wine. Along with the harvest, the crushing, and the press come the other responsibilities of an estate winery. Over the past few years, Gray Monk Cellars has become very much involved in local Okanagan wine festivals, which take place throughout the valley for 2 weeks in the month of October. Here, Gray Monk displays its many varieties and vintages and places its wines into competition with the best wines in the Okanagan. Wines are judged by expert panels of wine masters, international judges, and the consumer. Medals are awarded to the very best. This is where the hard work done throughout the year begins to pay off. And each year, Gray Monk Cellars has been among the very best in both consumer tasting and judged competitions. Each glass of wine from Gray Monk Cellars represents the long cycle of winemaking, from the care of the vines throughout the year to the exacting art of winemaking. The Heiss family invites you to come and experience winemaking firsthand and to share in the enjoyment of one of life's simple pleasures.